Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see if these incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, if y'all don't, a little housekeeping, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Uh, let's see. I got the wrong overlay on. Here we go. Don't need it's not stunt shows and shenanigans. It should be, but stunt shows and shenanigans. The new season won't start until January. So we have 2 seasons a year, and we go January through May, and then we're on a hiatus unless there's something that happens, and then we'll do a snippet. And then we start. So June and July, we will be on hiatus, and then we will start back up in August, September, October, November. And then we have a hiatus in December, and then we'll start back up again. So Stunt Shows and Shenanigans is coming back. It's just that it's on hiatus right now. All right. Thank you all so much for joining the live. While you're here, y'all please hit that like button. I really would appreciate it if you do. So let's talk about what's going on today. Now, I will tell you. Hold up, let me see. Why is it still coming up that color? Thank you. So much going on with this StreamYard. I tell you, things that used to be a little bit easier to do, you got to go through. I think I'm where I need to be. All right. Y'all see the title of this, Jaguar, girl, you in danger. What's more important, the message or the messenger? Now, if you all remember, I did a video about a couple of months ago about what's going on. I know that she had and if you want to go look at that video and come back, you definitely can. It was about a couple of months ago, and it was a live. I did that video because this was right at the beginning of all this stuff with Tony Busby's law firm and how they were talking about the 120 some odd lost victims that they had, and they were vetting and all of this other stuff. And if you just watched my stream this weekend, Friday going into Saturday, we find out that NBC News interviewed what I call the VMA case, with the young lady the lady that said that she was 13 years old. She went to the VMAs, and she was assaulted by Diddy and Jay-Z. We learned going behind the scenes that Tony Busby had been in contact with Jay-Z's lawyers, and they were, Jay-Z calls it a shakedown. They said that they were trying to do a settlement or whatever. And then we see that Tony Busby's law firms mentioned Jay-Z. They amended the lawsuit, and they mentioned Jay-Z as celebrity A. Well, anyway, NBC News, you all should be very much aware right now. NBC News has done a interview with the young lady, and they pulled out inconsistencies to her story. If you go back to the video that I did with Blue, we were pulling out inconsistencies. We didn't go in depth as they went in, but we were pulling out inconsistencies. And then when we found out some information, we found out information from NBC. Number one, the new information that we found out was the fact that the young girl went to the VMAs, and she lived in Rochester, New York. We find out that that's like a 5.5-hour drive. She said a friend drove her to the VMAs, 5.5 hours. She gets there. And then she says her father picked her up. Her father says that he has no recollection of that. She mentioned two members of Good Charlotte that she had conversations with. Then it was told that they weren't even at the VMAs during the time that she said that they were at the VMAs. They were touring the Midwest. That was easily discovered through a Google search, because they had their tour dates and stuff like that. So we have a lot of that. So why am I talking about Jaguar Wright? Because let me share my screen. So we have this site. It's Lee Bailey's Your Web, everything urban radioscope, and this is an article written by Nye McGee that says that Jay-Z legal's team reportedly preparing lawsuit against Jaguar Wright. Now, let's go back over why this seems like. Now, I don't know if there's any verification about this because their source is Media Takeout, and we know Media Takeout. We know Media Takeout can get out here and have some wild stories. However, this is what they're saying. Uh, According to Media Takeout, Wright has retracted all negative statements about the rapper, asserting that any such comments attributed to her were manipulated or edited, possibly with AI. Facing legal pressure, she denies ever making salacious remark about the hip hop star. Now, you would say, "Oh, well, there, that doesn't seem, I just talked about Media Takeout, and you're like, oh, that's not the thing." Well, let me share my screen with this one. It says here, this is by People. Uh, it says here, Piers Morgan apologized to Beyonce, Jay-Z, and edited his show after Jaguar Wright made totally false claims. So let's get down to this story. It was written by come on, Gabrielle Roxon and Sarah Machad. It says Piers Morgan is walking back claims made on his show and apologizing. During the introduction of an episode of his YouTube channel, Uncensored, on Tuesday, October 8th, the talk show host revealed he had a legal letter from Jay-Z and Beyonce after a guest on his show made allegations about the rapper and his superstar wife. Morgan interviewed, this was then, Morgan interviewed singer-songwriter Jaguar Wright about the arrest and indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. She also alleged that Jay-Z and Beyonce had hundreds of victims, though the catalyst for her statements were not clear. So you get that information coming out. So then you go to we go to YouTube. And we see that Jaguar Wright has a YouTube page, and that she, that's where she films her lives. And we see that she does have a live where she was talking about that she didn't say some of the things that she said, or it's some of those things. So I'm going to share my screen. We're just going to show you where you could go find that information, okay? Because we're not going to go over all of that stuff. So this is the live. This is where she's talking about all of this stuff, okay? So then we find out that, baby, she's also beefing with this YouTuber. And she's really having incidents about this particular YouTube video from this particular YouTuber. All right. So let's get back here. So here's what I want to talk about. What's more important? Is it the message or is it the messenger? Because we have seen Jaguar Wright. Now, to understand and know who Jaguar Wright is a singer. She's a very good singer. She has worked with a lot of different artists. She's sung backup, I think, for, if I'm not mistaken, she has sung backup for many prominent R&B artists. Let's see. I know she did for Jay-Z. I know she sung some hooks for other people and stuff like that. And she had her own album out back in the day. So is she an artist? Can she sing? Yes, she can. Why is she not pursuing that? We don't know. We do know that she, through her admittance, I don't know if it's true or not. This is all alleged, but this is what she said, that she dated Common, and she said that Common had done some untoward things to her. So all I'm saying is, there's been some times that, because I've always said a broken clock is right twice a day. She's come out with some salacious things. So when this stuff about Tony Busby suing Diddy, she foretold that they were going to be coming after Jay-Z. Whether she had any type of in with Tony Busby's uh, law firm, don't know, don't care. But what we're seeing is, and this is why I was saying you're in danger, girl, because of the fact that it may be a big thing that Jay-Z then may sue her with some of the things that she's come out with, because we don't know what the right now everything's in pending in regards to whether or not the judge is going to dismiss Jay-Z from this lawsuit with the recent allegations, with the recent NBC News investigation about the young lady, the VMA lady. Now, also, there are other allegations going on that have some inconsistencies with I call him the Hamptons car incident guy, where the John Doe came out and said that he had been assaulted by Diddy, but then there was some inconsistencies found by CNN. So, Tony Busby's 120 is starting to people are starting to question what's going on with that. But anyway, I'm getting back to Jaguars because she's made some statements, she's done some different things, and are we more concerned as the public about the message that's being sent, or are we concerned about, or do we care about who the messenger is sending these messages? And the reason why I ask is because a lot of the things that she talks about, it is salacious, it's messy, it has, because everything, I always say that when people talk, there's a kernel of truth, and it depends on who the better storyteller is how this information is going to stay or stick with you. And she has been a good storyteller. Now, there have been incidences where she has done some things and you start questioning the messenger, but the message may, she may have said some things that make you think in regards to the message. So I'm just, I think that there is some air about her being sued. And why I said that, and I know I've said this before and gone on for the other thing, I think about the Meg Thee Stallion case. Because I did a Is It Me video, and I took that video down because I wanted, because I was just thinking off the top of the dome, and I wanted to make sure that I had dates and stuff right. So I went ahead and took that video down. But we see that Meg Thee Stallion is represented by Roc Nation, and Roc Nation is Jay-Z. And they have carefully coordinated with Meg and with her attorneys to be able to sue a blogger by the name of Milagro in regards to statements and things that she made that Meg Thee Stallion's camp seems to be derogatory. And I'm wondering, with all the videos, the TikToks, the Instagram, her cooperations with other YouTubers on this thing, do you think the statements that she's made are defamatory to Jay-Z? And do you think Jay-Z is going to sue? Now, people say, oh, well, she ain't got no money. She's harmless, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I don't think that a lot of these bloggers are making the money that they proclaim that they are making. Now, Tasha K, I know that Tasha K is a big YouTuber. She's probably making a good amount of money. I don't know if it's $3 million worth, $4 million that she got to pay back money. But, it's pretty good that you can make a decent living off of it. The same with this Milagros. I don't know if she's making millions and millions of dollars from her streams, but possibly she's making enough money where she can make ink a living out of this. And the same thing, I'm thinking if Jaguar is on here and she's getting the eyes on her and everything like that, that she's possibly can be making enough money to ink a living out of it. But is it enough money to for her to entertain or to be sued in a lawsuit for defamation? It's a lot. And like I said, I was not going to be on here long. I just want to know, what do you all think? What's more important? The message or the messenger? me here at Pam Entertainment TV, I believe it's the message. What are you sending out? What are you giving to people? Is it the salaciousness of it all? And in my video that I did before, that when I talked about this, my question was, because she did go on Piers Morgan's show and she talked this, do you have proof? Do you have receipts for this? Not just because you said it, but do you have receipts for this? And also, one of the things, and I think this is a personal thing about this, if you know all these things and you know that these things have occurred, and you know of all these little different people and all this other stuff like that, I'm starting to question inside of you, because does that mean that you were there? You saw these things? You didn't report it, or you just stewed on it? Are you? Are you not a victim or a perpetrator or a bystander? All of these questions are, I think, are valid. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Uh Jaguar girl, you in danger. You're gonna have to, if you're gonna get on, if you're going to do this platform, if you're going to make this stuff out, baby, you're gonna have to pull out some receipts, or and or put a legend behind whatever you're saying, or do something, because you're making inflammatory statements to people, and particularly people who have the power to sink your ship. Now, I'm not telling you that no one should be able to question what's going on, because we're in the public, we're public figures. People have the right to question what we do and how we do and where we do it. But baby, what do y'all think? Do you all think that she's going to be sued or no? What do y'all think? All right, we do this every week. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, please make sure you tell a friend, you tell a kin, you tell a coworker, you tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. And as always, people, bye-bye. And before you leave, make sure y'all hit that like button.